Mike started his architecture firm in 1981, was the founder, and basically was working by himself. And today that same firm is about over 150 people. And I think the formula for his success was to find good people, attract good people to him, and share that success with them. So I think it's just a remarkable story of how you can start as a one-man shop and wind up, you know, at this point with one of the largest architecture firms in the country, really.
Whether it's buildings he has designed at the University of Kansas, whether it's the projects that we've developed with him in downtown Lawrence, I think 100 years from now you'll look back and you'll see that here was one era of downtown Lawrence, and then here was the next era, and that'll be Mike Treanor's era.
My favorite Mike Treanor saying is he will stop in the middle of anything. You could be having lunch, you could be golfing, or he could be looking at photos of his grandchild, and he will say, "These are precious moments." And that's my favorite saying, because he values life and relationships and his family, and these are precious moments.
You know, I think he had a great relationship with his father. He had that entrepreneurial father that involved him in his work and kind of instilled in him that drive that you succeed by doing hard work. You know, I think Mike was one of those guys that you'd have difficulty getting there before him. He would show up before and he would leave late. One of the things that Mike Treanor always prided himself on was if there was a good idea in the room, it didn't care whether it came from a secretary or whether it came from somebody who was a principal. It was a great idea, let's do it that way. And I think that gave all of us a lot of autonomy to generate great ideas and be that entrepreneurial spirit that kind of reflected what he valued.
He's very serious at what he does. I mean, I don't think you can take the company that he has from 1983 to today, and he has offices in St. Louis, Kansas City, Lawrence, Denver, Texas, San Francisco. I mean, he's got them all over the United States. And you don't accomplish that from 1983 till today by not being a very hard-working, honest, driven individual.
Mike loves his work, loves his family, loves his grandkids. He lives life to the fullest. He works out hard. He tries to be healthy. He's just a really good man to have around.
When I started at Treanor, there was a 30-day waiting period to get health insurance. So my wife and I decided, 30 days we'll keep the kids out of the trees and go bare. And 2 weeks into it, my son had a febrile seizure. Trip to the emergency room. Everything was cool. It was fever related, so it wasn't anything serious. But I came to work, as you might imagine, trying to figure out how in the world I'm going to pay for this substantial health care bill. So I'm calling around to the AIA, looking on the back of my credit card, is there any health insurance I've got? To no avail. And Mike came in after lunch and I'm on the phone. And he said, "What's all that about?" I thought, wow, 2 weeks into a new job and now I'm going to get fired. And so I explained to Mike what was going on, and he said, "No, just send me the bill." So just 2 weeks into an employment, you could kind of tell who you're working with. So that's Mike.
Whether it's the boards he has served on, which has been numerous boards, whether it's the Humane Society or the hospital or Burton Ash, I mean, all the boards that he has served on, the projects he's done at his own time and his own expense, the amount of time and money he's invested in every project. I mean, not many architectural firms are actual owners in projects that are being built. And every project we have built in downtown Lawrence, he's not only been the architect on hand, but he's also been an owner in. And that's very rare.
Mike Treanor is kind, he's gentle, he's loving and caring, and I think that's probably a secret to his success as being an architect, because people know that he cares, and he cares about his work. He's an artist, and he cares about Lawrence.